right, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to Tips from Elaine's Desk. Elaine Proby here, CEO of PROBY'S Tax and Accounting, and Tips from Elaine's Desk. All right. Hey, Joe. Good afternoon. Always good to see you. How are you doing today? All right, awesome, guys. So today we're going to have a great conversation, and I want you guys to hit like and share this video. We're going to talk about reasons why when you study these big brands, it won't grow your business if you don't focus. All right, so reasons why studying the big brands won't grow your business if you don't focus. So we want to talk about 3 points that will assist you with that process. All right, so hit like and share on this video so everybody can get this information, and we're going to jump right into this conversation today, right? So when you think of all the big brands and the things that these big businesses are doing, a lot of times, you think that you must measure up with them and you have to do things the way they do. And, it can throw you, of course, it can throw you off. Of course, you can't stand up to the big brands. So you don't want to just measure up with them and try to do things that you're not able to do, not capable of doing, don't even have the capacity to do, right? So the first point I want to talk about today is discouraging. It could be very discouraging if you feel like you need to measure up to the big brands. Now, let's face it. They have a larger budget. They can deploy more marketing people, they can spend more dollars. They could get the largest share of the market. So they have the money that they could do this with. They have the professionals they could do this with. So again, don't be discouraged because you see that they're taking over and this is what they're doing. However, they can afford to do this. So don't be discouraged. What you have to do, guys, is you have to work with what you have. You have some resources. So use your resources and work on what it is that you have. Don't compare yourself to them because you won't measure up. That's not going to happen. So use your resources and take advantage of what it is that you have within your surroundings, within the people that works for you. And by you having the people directly, in hand, and people you can directly talk to and directly communicate with, you can get a lot done as well. So don't think that you have to have the big forces out there. Don't think that you have to have the big commercials out there. Don't think that you have to just take up that money. You cannot afford to do that. You will be discouraged. You won't grow your business. You won't even do the things that you need to do for you to stay afloat, for you to grow the business that you are working with, right? So again, I just want to emphasize that because a lot of times we think that, oh my God, how are we going to break through? But look, just stay focused. Keep an eye out in the trends, what's out there. Okay, so pick something that you can navigate with, align yourself with, scale your business according to what you can afford to do, and then grow it, as you go along. So don't feel like you have to have this major leap and you have to have this major commercial, you have to have all this major marketing done because you don't have the capacity to do that. All right. So never be discouraged. Never discouraged. Do what it is you can do and follow the processes that you are capable of doing within your business. All right. Great advice. And I just want to make sure because we tend to look elsewhere and we feel like, oh my God, I can't get to that space. So what am I going to do? Some of us do nothing or do very little, but we don't focus on what we got and grow what we have. All right. So I just want to make that the first point today. Rod Smith, thanks for jumping in here. All right. Risha Utah Smith, good afternoon. How are you? Guys, hit like and share on this video. Reasons why studying these big brands won't grow your business, guys. Let's move into our second point. So the second point is cultural difference, right? So large businesses, they thrive off maintaining a consistent corporate culture across diverse global backgrounds and everywhere because, again, they're huge. They got people everywhere. Sometimes it's all globally. And they have, a vast amount of folks that they got to work with. So they have to create a culture. Now, what you need to do is take advantage of the culture that you deal with right here. Close-knit, close community, close employee, whatever you're working with. So don't be concerned about the things that they do to create that culture. Once again, just emphasizing, because the thing about it is you have to focus on the individual team that you do have, because a good culture is what creates a good team again, and be able to have the business thrive and grow your business exponentially. This is what I want to focus on, guys, because a lot of times we think about we have to do what they do. And because they have so many people they have to deal with, they deal with groups. So individually, people don't get recognized, right? Because they have to deal with a whole slew of folks. But again, as a small business, you can create a culture where people are more close-knit, they're working together. You can recognize people individually for the work that they have done. And this way you give them a better camaraderie. People work better together. They bring more ideas to the table. They put it into action much quicker. It's a lot more effective. So work with the process that you have, and that way you can bring value and ethics in your business that will allow it to grow. This is what you need to focus on. This is what you can do. Again, guys, if you focus on this and you do this and you don't be sidetracked by all the big dollars and what the culture that they are incorporating within their business, they have to deal with groups and groups of people. So no one person ever get recognized. And sometimes that's not the best way to go. Most people are not super happy with that situation. So there's no one-on-one anywhere because it's just huge. So again, don't try to measure up to that. Just do what you can with the people who have working for you. Show appreciation, give attention, and then you bring ideas to the table and work on it a lot quicker, a lot faster, and your business will grow. Okay, so this is my second point today. Let's see who is on here. Anthony Brown. Anthony Brown. All right, what's Brown Star Recording Studios. How you doing, Anthony? How are you? All right, you guys, thanks for jumping on here, Anthony. We're speaking of reasons why studying brands, big brands, won't grow your business if, in fact, you focus on what they're doing and try to do what they do, but you cannot measure up. So let's just focus on how you can grow your business, all right? Third point today, risk tolerance. This point is super duper important. Now, as a big brand, they have the capacity to take more risk, right? Because they can observe the risk. If something doesn't work, they're perfectly fine. They have enough money to do that. As a small business, you don't have the capacity to observe that much risk. So you have to be careful of the risk that you take, right? So again, just make sure that you focus on the risk, measure the risk that you are able to take, what you're capable of taking. How much can you afford to lose? Now, a lot of times, let's say you want to put a new product in the market, for instance. A large brand can put a lot of dollars behind that one product, can push it out there. If the product fails, they lose that money. It is okay. As a small business, guys, I suggest that you do maybe push out 2 products at a time. So if one doesn't make it, the other one make it, but then you know what your dollars are, you know how much risk you can take. It doesn't mean that you do nothing. It doesn't mean that you put all your eggs in one basket because you don't have the capacity for that risk. So again, this is you being strategic about how you move so that you can grow your business and not try to measure up with the big brands, but you can do the same thing, all right? So it's great. Launch 2 products at the same time. If one doesn't make it, the other one may. But then again, you know how much risk that you are capable of taking, and that way you go ahead and you don't do anything. You go ahead and do what it is that you can afford to do according to how much you can afford to lose. Okay, very important. Very important. You want to make sure that you know exactly where the company is, where your business is, so that you can take these risks. And a lot of times, again, like I said, we're always operating in the dark. Companies need to know, your business need to have a financial statement so that you know what your risk factor is. You want to know what your liquidity is. You want to know what your cash flow is. So that will allow you to know how much risk that you can afford to take out there in the market. Okay, so if you try to measure up with the big businesses that can take huge risk, again, you do nothing and your business will be stagnant and it will not grow. Okay. Hey, Phyllis Rose, thanks for jumping on here. So guys, those are my 3 points. I want to go back over these 3 points today. Reasons why studying the big brands won't grow your business. And a lot of us have a tendency to pay attention to that and we get sidetracked by it. And then of course, again, like our first point says, we are discouraged. It is very discouraging because you feel you don't have enough wherewithal, you don't have enough finances, you don't have the staffing, you don't have the manpower to go out there and market and promote the business like you should. You don't have the dollars in order to stand there and do all these commercials and all that stuff. So you get discouraged because that's what you feel you need to do. However, you just keep an eye on the trend, do what you need to do, stay within your budget plan, and make sure that you do the things that you can do. You can do similar stuff, of course, but then again, you just target the market that you can afford to target, right? So don't just not do anything. That's not gonna work. And the second point today, guys, cultural difference. Again, the large business, they create a huge culture with groups and groups and groups of people across the globe. Of course, you don't have that many people. You have a small amount of people. You can just deal with your staffing, deal with the community, make sure that you show enough value so you can enhance the satisfaction of the people that you're serving within your community and create that culture, create value, and so that people will support your business and your business can grow, right? So don't think about the big picture like what all these other businesses are doing. And the third point, risk tolerance. Know what it is that you can afford to lose, right? Do your financial statement. Know what your bottom line is. Know what your cash flow looks like. Know what your budget looks like. And what it is that you can afford to lose. And one of the good things about in the small business, again, just like I said, if you want to launch a product, do about 2 of them. If one fails, the other one might make it. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't throw all your money behind a product. The huge companies, of course, they can do that. They can spend lots of dollars behind the product, and if it fails, okay, they'll just move on to the next because they have the capacity to do that. So you don't want to study that process. It may not work for you. Again, it could put you in a financial bind. So do what it is that you can. Know your dollars, know what your risk factor is, what that level is, what you can afford to lose if it doesn't work, and then do it. And guys, this is how you are going to be able to grow your business, right? So those are my 3 reasons why, if you study these brands, you pay attention, you try to follow what they do, it will not allow you to grow your business. Okay, so that is it. Let's see, Clifton, thanks for jumping on here, Cliff. All right. So those are the 3 points today, guys. Hit like and share on this video. Make sure you keep your notification on. If you guys need any further clarification in any of this stuff that we're talking about, again, I advise you to go to PROBY'S.com. That's where the calendar is. Go to PROBY'S.com. Book yourself a 15-minute free consultation or call the office at 323-290-9034. And for those of you who are still trying to get your business off the ground, and or you already started your business, you want to take it to the next level, you want to know what you can do, you want to know how to market it, get it out there, how to make more money, how to get more clientele, how to target your audience, go to elainesdesk.com. There's so much there. We have a course there. We have a lot of information, lots of videos, guys. Just look, spend some time, go through those videos and learn what you need to do in order to get your business, 1, off the ground if you haven't started, and 2, take it to the next level so that it can continue to grow and you can continue to build wealth. All right. So that's where you need to go. ElaineSdesk.com. With that said, that brings us to the end of this conversation today, every Tuesday and Thursday. And what are we talking about this Thursday? 3 personal finance tips. We gotta love this one. 3 personal finance tips on Thursday. Talking to all of you guys out there, those of you who are not paying enough attention, who are not focused on your personal finances, we're going to talk about some tips where it's going to help you to focus. Again, I need this conversation myself. I'm sure all you guys out there, I know Joan does because she always agree with me. So we're going to talk about 3 personal finance tips on Thursday. So make sure you come right back here at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right. So with that said, I think that's it, right? So hit like and share on this video again. Make sure everybody gets it. Thank all you guys out there who keeps liking and sharing and showing up for this information. This is great. Make sure everybody else gets it. Joan says, awesome. Some information. Thank you. All right, guys. So with that said, I want you guys to have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday afternoon. And you guys take care of each other and take care of yourself. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.